Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sweatiest wrestling podcast on the internet. They didn't think as always, they didn't think we'd make it this far. Episode 7. Look at us. How are you?
777, some angel numbers.
You're a big angel numbers guy these days.
I don't know. Something about me lately. I think something's changed.
You're an angel numbers guy?
Maybe.
What are your angel numbers?
I'm all about new beginnings, so I think the triple ones.
That's the only one you know.
That's the only one I know. I don't know what triple sevens mean. I don't know anything means, but I know what triple ones mean, so.
We'll figure it out while this intro plays. How about that?
Right.
Brian, go ahead.
1, 2. Is this one? Is this one?
All right, play it again. I know it's one. You have to shut up, because I gotta listen.
He was like calling him by his first name. Dave, please stop, Dave. Because I'm going to be my friend.
It's gotta be on here somewhere. 3, 2, 1, Keith Lee. Damn it!
Welcome to episode 7 of the official Mustache Bros Wrestling podcast. And for those with the visual portion running right now, you know what we just did. Dante, good morning.
Good morning, John. We just did the thing.
It is sleep. I am sleepy. It's warm in here. It's gonna be an episode.
Yeah. So it is currently 86 degrees outside, but in our office is probably close to 90.
And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights in here. 3 cameras rolling.
And it is only going to get hotter.
Oh yeah,
because we got some hot topics.
We got some hot topics.
Hot topics up, and not talk about the store either.
Like the store in the mall. We got some hot topics.
That's right.
Plugs off the bat. We'll get this right through. Hey everyone, where can they follow Dante Toro?
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere. Just look up Dante Toro. I'm around.
Google it. I'm at Raspy Taylor on everything. I have a new song out. It's called It Feels Like a Sunday. Ooh. Not It Feels Like a Sunday. It's called Feels Like a Sunday. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, everywhere. Go get that at Raspy Taylor. Let's get into the show. Oh, yeah. And then there's also merch. Lumberlend.com. Lumberlend.com, American Soil merch. What else? Patreon.com/Lumberlend to get into the after party. Basically, it's just an additional extended extra 30 minutes of us talking. We answer a lot of Patreon questions, and it's a good time. It's a little community over there. It's a good
we like to have a good
little
time. We like to have a good time.
Without further ado, I'm already hot. Let's get into this.
Let's do it.
The biggest, I think, topic to come out. It happens all the time.
I feel like this happens almost every week for us.
Yeah.
Where like a brand new topic, like a big topic, something that we can definitely talk about for a little bit, comes out a few hours after we record an episode. And this is what happened again.
Literally a couple hours after we recorded last week, the news came out that WWE will be moving back to TV-14. Oh, what a day.
After TV-14 years, they're finally doing it. Because 2008 was the year that they officially went PG.
Wow. Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
The 14th
anniversary.
That's it sticks. I don't know if anyone else has said that joke yet. If not, I'm claiming that as my own copyright.
The PG era will be over. We don't know when, I don't think.
Initially they said, I think it was July 18th, but I guess the memo that got passed around, they like prematurely did it. Like they weren't supposed to do it at that time. It's going to happen.
If I had to guess, it's after SummerSlam,
I would
maybe.
think it would be like after a big event like SummerSlam. I agree. So back to TV-14, AEW, they're TV-14. They've never been PG. I mean, I want to ask you what your thoughts on this are. I mean, I don't want to speak for both of us, but I think that at least this is a step in the right direction as far as like product and like, potential storylines and stuff like that.
I guess obviously I think a good thing. I think that's where we kind of both agree. Like PG era, there's been a lot of mixed results of moving to PG and kind of make it more kid friendly. I think I doubt there's really, maybe there has been some influence of AEW, just the fact that they've been putting out a better product.
Right.
Maybe that's a small reason that WWE is like, oh, you know what, we're going to move TV-14. I doubt it, because it's not like they're still $1 billion company. It's not like,
they're not losing money because they're a PG rated show.
Yeah. I don't think anything's going to change ultimately.
No, you don't
I
think
really
so?
don't. It's just like they've been doing what they've been doing for so long, and they got the silly, all the silly 24/7 stuff.
Sure.
Has been apparently working, I guess, because they're still in business and people still watch it and whatever. I would be shocked if like they switched TV-14 and all of a sudden we're getting blood and barbed wire death matches, and maybe they'll pivot to, maybe there'll be more swearing, it'll be a little more aggressive, but I doubt we're going back to, obviously not the Attitude Era. I doubt we're going back to even Ruthless Aggression Era TV. I don't see it.
Sure. So just kind of going off of a few points you made, I don't think AEW influenced this. I obviously don't know the whole strategy, the whole business concept that goes into this, but this isn't something that they wake up one day and go, "Oh, we're changing to TV-14." And it just happens.
For sure.
I'm assuming you gotta plan this out with the TV networks. You gotta get it approved. I'm sure there's some stuff that has gone behind the scenes. So this is something that they've probably been building towards for a little bit. As far as product changing with the TV-14 concept, I like, you don't just go from PG to TV-14, and then I do think there are going to be some changes. And those changes, I think it will be a little edgier. I do think more blood. I think it allows it more blood to be involved. Maybe not in the sense like we're not going to see it all the time. Well, I think AEW, it's not a negative. Maybe just a little peeve of mine is that they use blood a lot.
They go to the well a lot.
Yeah. It should be something that like only happens like for big matches. Or I feel like every Jon Moxley match he bleeds. You know what I mean? It's cool. Like it's edgy and stuff, but it's like it happens a lot. Like someone like Cody, I think he'll thrive off of this because if he can start bleeding and stuff, like that's perfect for him. But like you said, like they're not really gonna ditch. Like they have comedy acts. They have like the 24/7 thing. At the same time, like you look back, like the Attitude Era, even the Ruthless Aggression, they've always done stupid comedy things, right? You know, like Mark Henry. There was a storyline with Mark Henry and Mae Young, and she gave birth to a fucking hand or something like that. You know, it's like they've always done silly things like that, so that's never going to change. But I do think it's a step in the right direction. Maybe we won't see immediate changes, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll take a little bit, but definitely like more swearing, a little more edgier, you know. Probably still gonna be a kids product because that's a large part of your audience, but you're going to start catering towards more hardcore fans, I guess.
Yeah, if anything, to me, it seems like a decision really only made just to give them a little more flexibility if they want to do something. So less of we're gonna move to TV-14 so we can like do more violent, intense stuff on a regular basis, more of just, okay, we're TV-14 now, so if we want, now we can have...
Like, they have it in their back pocket.
Right, now we can have Brock Lesnar bust open someone's head and work it, you know? Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. But I, obviously, you know, I'm aware I sound pretty negative on this. It's obviously a good thing, and I'm excited. Ideally, is, you know, we watch them move to, like, a more edgier and, like, AEW sort of in-ring style or whatever. What would be bad is if they're like, oh, sweet, we can show boobs now. And now they're just moving back to like a Divas era or whatever. Like I don't see that happening, but like
I get it.
Who knows what's gonna happen
with Vince McMahon? You never really know with that guy. But no, I understand that fear. I like I said, I don't think it's gonna be an immediate thing like first night TV-14. Oh my God, everyone's bleeding. Oh my God, he broke his leg. They're saying fuck, bitch, shit. Like, no, I don't think that'll happen.
It will be funny when like that first like Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar promo happens after they finally switch over to TV-14 and like uncensored he says like shit or bitch and the entire arena goes woo.
They can swear now. I agree. That'll be great.
So interesting to see. I guess more to know on it as it develops. But something that has been developing for a long time. Ric Flair's last match has been announced. It's going to be a tag team match. It's with his son-in-law, Andrade. Yep. And they'll be in a tag team match taking on Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. I don't know the history. I guess there's a lot of like probably TNA history with Jay Lethal and Ric Flair. I don't know about it.
Yeah,
you know,
so Jay Lethal, so he used to have a gimmick in TNA. He was Black Machismo.
Right?
Like I think it was Black Machismo. They called him. It was the Macho Man gimmick. Yeah. And him and Ric Flair would always have back and forth. There's one promo. I don't know if you've ever seen it where they're just like. I think Rick is in the ring and Jay Lethal's on the walkway, the ramp. And they're like, they keep like wooing back and forth, and then Jay Lethal's like doing like the Ric Flair motions, and Ric Flair like takes off his coat and like does the elbow drop on.
I think I have seen
it. You may have.
They're doing like a Ric Flair.
Yeah, it's like basically. Woo, woo, woo. It's hilarious, but yeah. So I guess there's some history there. Jeff Jarrett, I don't really know.
Yeah, why is Jeff Jarrett all of a sudden wanting to get back in the spotlight?
I don't know. I know Jay Lethal helped train Ric Flair for this match, and they've trained previously and stuff. So obviously Ric Flair like. He trusts him.
And the Andrade involvement
makes sense. And obviously it's a tag team match because a 70-something-year-old man, maybe 80, I think he's in the 70s, shouldn't be wrestling one-on-one or
You know
like
what,
a full
you know
match.
what game this is?
Oh, the favorite part of the podcast. How old is Ric Flair? I'm gonna go 78.
73.
Wow.
Honestly, younger than I thought.
A little younger than I thought. Exactly. So, I mean, sure, it's not going to be at a big event. It's not like it's for
And
a
there's
major
like a couple.
promotion.
I guess I heard there's like a Ray Phoenix match on this card. There's like I think maybe the Impact title might be in defense. There's like a couple random other.
Yeah,
things
a few
on it.
matches to fill in the gaps here, so it's not just highlighted by this, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where I'd watch it. I don't plan
no
on
idea,
it, even
yeah.
if it was on TV or something. But hey, I mean, if Ric Flair, I don't know how this just started. Like if it just popped in his head, hey, one more match just at a
Yeah.
random event or something. But I mean, hey, if that's what he wants to do, he's obviously getting paid for it. I mean, sure, just don't die in the ring.
And we were talking about this off pod. You made a good point of like, it's definitely going to be one of those things where it's Andrade and Jay Lethal carrying it all. We'll get some. Jeff Jarrett seems, from what I've seen, he seems in all right shape. So I'm sure we'll get some Jeff Jarrett and Andrade, and then hot tag to Rick. He does all his Ric Flair stuff. We'll probably get some Ric Flair and Jeff Jarrett nostalgia stuff.
Right.
Like I agree with what you said off camera. It's very much just going to be Andrade, Jay Lethal carrying it. Ric Flair gets his woos and his fucking, dances
Let's say
off.
it's like a 10-minute match. He'll probably get like 2 minutes of ring time or something
Yeah.
like that. He'll get the hot tag.
maybe
do a
he'll get the pinfall.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
can see him putting them in like the
Figure four.
the figure four, and then it being that. They're gonna send the fans home happy. Could you imagine if Ric Flair got pinned or something like that?
Well, I mean, that's the
It
tradition.
could.
The tradition is going out on your back.
I guess, but like at a show like this though, I feel like this show.
And there's also no real like stipulate like
storyline.
If
There's
Jay
no
Lethal
nothing.
if Jay Lethal pins Ric Flair, it's just like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like they can
big
bring
whoop.
that up on AEW, but no one's gonna give it. Like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, you beat a 73-year-old man. Congratulations.
And then so I guess while we're here, we're kind of leading into SmackDown. Speaking of Jeff Jarrett,
Yeah.
he's also going to be the special guest referee for some fucking reason with Usos versus the Street Profits.
Yeah,
Like later, like
So I
Why?
guess the reason why they picked him was because it's in Nashville this year, Tennessee, and I guess he has.
Sure.
I don't know if that's where he's from or whatnot, but he has
I think
roots
so.
there. I think it's more of a put butts in seats type
That's
of.
stupid.
It is stupid. There's no involvement. I don't understand really what side he'd be on, because usually with special guest referees, like at the end, like they lean one way or another.
Right, there's like a
to
thing
help.
of, like,
but it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
whose side is he
why
on
is Jeff
here?
Jarrett going to make this more fair than like a referee? Why is
Yeah,
it gonna? There's no.
It's very random.
They haven't explained it on TV. And when like I think there was like a segment where like they asked the Street Profits like, what do you think about Jeff Jarrett being the ref? And it's just like, what do you want them to? They're gonna be like, oh, like I don't know. What do you want them to say?
Sure.
I'm sure I forget what the segment was. They played it up or whatever. But it's like
Yeah.
ultimately, it's like, why?
Yeah, I feel like I don't really know like what the other options were, or like
I
what
thought I was sold.
direction
That,
they
I
were
thought it was
go
gonna be
down.
Omos or MVP because their
That's what it
involvement.
seemed like. They made it seem like that in the last episode of Raw, but I mean, sure. I mean, whatever. I mean, the match. I think the match is gonna be a banger no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is just one of those things where it's like screwy finish. Jeff Jarrett gets involved, so it leads to another match. If they want to keep doing this,
Yeah, I'm
because
sure there's
obviously
gonna be
at this
some
point,
sort of Jeff
at this
Jarrett.
point, it's like you strike gold with these two teams. Who else is good enough to fight
Yeah.
the Usos? It's like if they want to keep it going, screwy finish. Rematch.
And the New Day is doing some fucking bullshit with Viking Raiders, and they came out and did like mocked the Viking Raiders. They're all dressed up. It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of bouncing all over SmackDown right
No,
now,
it's
but
fine.
man, remember when New Day was like
fun. Like they were funny, but
good
now it's
and
like they
funny.
did a thing. Kofi was like, he turned around, he's like leaning over. He goes, "See that? That's my butt, and our butts are still here." And I'm
oh
like,
man.
dude, come on. I know
Like,
there's
I-
supposed to be a comedy act and stuff like
And
that.
even
but
there's like they do versions of that. Like I love Kofi's one-liners, but
Sure.
like for like it's not.
it's not the
landing.
same when it's not all three of them. To be honest with you,
That too.
When it's just
That too.
Woods and Kofi, it's like
Yeah.
it's like you're missing something. And obviously, that something is Biggie.
And even when, like, obviously, E is injured, but, like, even before when he was just going for his singles run, and they would still do, like, Kofi and Woods stuff as the New Day, it's like, it doesn't work as
Yeah,
well.
it doesn't fit as well.
I wish they would put, I mean, like, I don't know, they might have done it before, but, like, New Day, Usos, Profits, come
a
on.
triple threat match.
Come on.
That would be like a ladder match or some shit. That would You want to talk about
That'd be
putting butts in
nuts.
seats?
Oh my god!
I mean, that would be probably whatever pay-per-view that is. That's match of the night right there. I'll tell you right now.
It sucks to see where Kofi's at now. You know, world champion just a few years ago.
Right.
You know, they're not even in the tag title picture. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah,
It
I feel like
sucks.
they're like in limbo right now. Like they're just being put in a random feud just to fill out time and stuff like that. Like the Viking Raiders are cool. Like for
not a
what it
fan.
is, but for what it is, like they're like how they look and their stuff like that. Like they look badass,
Sure.
but like the way that they're written on TV and the way they're treated, they're not taken seriously. So
Also-
it's like, why would you care?
neither of their voices match them. Have you heard them talk?
No, I
It's
haven't.
fucking weird.
They should probably get like a manager or something like that.
They should get a manager or even put on a voice. Just go like, we're the But instead it's like, they're like, you know, marching or whatever and like, oh,
Hey.
we're the Raid.
Hey,
and
Kofi, you can't say that.
And literally it's like, hey, we're coming to beat you up. You better join the Raid. And it's just, it's weird.
they're not a intimidating force
Absolutely
as they
not.
should be because they look like I said they have the look.
I
of,
agree with you.
they
Like
could
the whole
kill
getup
anyone,
is cool.
but it doesn't work. You know what? I brought it up that they should bring they should have a manager. I feel like that's something wrestling, especially in WWE, is missing more nowadays. Is more managers. I feel like there's a lot of guys. Or, you know, guys and girls that, you know, are great in the ring, but one thing that holds them back is their mic skills, their promo skills.
AEW does do a decent job at it. But you're right. They have it like, other than Paul Heyman.
Right.
And, I mean, I don't know who else WWE really have for a mic MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, no, you're right. Just having that Jimmy Hart person there that's like there to do the talking for you,
Right.
put you over, and then
like they did this years ago and then they stopped doing it. But like when Cesaro, like Paul Heyman was, you know, his voice, like someone like him, it's like he's one of the best in the ring, but when it comes to on the mic, like he's not terrible, but like definitely needs a little help there.
Oh wait, what do you mean? They have Dupree talking for the
Oh,
Maximum Male
Max
Models.
Dupree, you're right. We forgot to mention him. Yeah. Oh, we were right. We said what they were going to do. It was a summer swimsuit.
Was it real?
Yep.
I didn't even know.
Yes, it
No
was.
way.
Yep. Summer swimsuit.
Ding.
Who would have
Put on
thought?
the boy for us.
Who would have thought?
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like something like that, like it's essential in wrestling. So it's just like, I don't know, if you have there are some guys that are really good on the mic, you know, that aren't wrestlers, and it's like they do a really good job at putting guys over. And I just feel like a lot of wrestlers nowadays would benefit off it. That's not a topic or anything. It's just something
No,
that came
for
to my
sure.
mind.
No, I definitely agree. Going back to, I mean, SmackDown was SmackDown. Liv Morgan.
SmackDown sucks again, dude. They were really good. Like last year, like that was so much better than Raw. Like because Roman Reigns was there every week. I think that's what it was. It's there every week. It was, you know, he made it must watch. He wins at WrestleMania. Now he's on like.
Or even remember like when they were fresh doing like the draft or the brand split when it
Right.
first became SmackDown Live or whatever, and they were on a run. Like they had AJ.
I think they were better than Raw for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then now I feel like Raw is. I think is better, but that's not saying much because Raw still kind of sucks, but SmackDown really sucks now.
One other thing for SmackDown that's just kind of funny: Lacey Evans trying to do this Lacey Evans push. She's a heel. Funniest part about it is her whole story is like, you know, I came from nothing. I moved out when I was whatever it was, 16 or 18. My mom was this. My dad was this. And then I didn't have any money, so I joined the military, and I'm a veteran. This stuff. Fuck you. And
Yeah,
you're like,
that a few weeks
what?
later he goes, I hate you guys.
Like what? Like
Yeah.
Why not just make her the American hero or whatever? Like she's a heel veteran, and then it's like, and then she's like, but screw you, and everyone's supposed to be like, fuck, it's stupid.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't make
like
any sense.
she's a good heel. Like before she left, because when she got pregnant and stuff, like the character made sense. She's a heel, but you build her up, like you said, this whole gimmick of American hero. I had to go through this and that.
Yeah.
I'm a mother of two. That's a baby face. You're
Yeah.
building up a baby face, and it's just you have all the promos, you have all this and that, just for 1
Boo.
week, just to throw it away. It's like. WWE, they just don't know what they're doing. It baffles me. It doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't surprise me. But it's just, why you wasted your time building her up like that?
Yeah.
Just to throw
And
it away.
She's like, I haven't like, she's been in WWE for, you know, however long, and like, I haven't really seen much of her NXT run. I heard it was pretty good. But like ever since she's been on the main roster, she had a little bit of a run.
a thing with her and Becky, Seth, Baron Corbin had a thing going on, and that was entertaining for what it was.
She seems good in the ring. They just won't showcase
You can literally like, I mean, she's like built and stuff like that. Like, she's got a good frame and everything, and like you can build her up as being like a top female main eventer.
I agree.
But WWE doesn't tend to do that stuff. So yeah, whatever.
Monday Night Raw. I don't know if you watched it. I didn't watch
One
Raw.
of those have it on the background while I watch something else.
Titus O'Neil at the beginning of like the Monday Night Raw promo.
I didn't get this.
He like delivered a weird like pro WWE. He was like, WWE is a safe haven, and for all those, it's like almost like for you those that bullied, and we're here to spread goodwill. And seems like another the analysis I've seen of this. It seems like another obvious and corny. Hey, ignore what's going on with Vince. We're good.
We're the good guys.
Yeah, we're the good guys.
We're fine.
It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Titus O'Neil took the place of Vince here. I feel like either he thought to himself or someone said to him like, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't come out anymore." Maybe,
he was like ready to. He's like, I'm going out again. Like, let Titus go out.
Maybe after the last 4 things that came out, they said, "Hey, maybe we should have someone else do this." But even then, I don't get it. Titus O'Neil like isn't even like an active wrestler anymore. You just bring him out randomly. It's like
because he's the
he's the ambassador or something like that. Yeah, I mean he's a great guy. I mean like off screen and everything, he's a great dude. But
I'm sure he even felt like he was put in a weird position for that.
Yeah,
like, go out there and just say how good we are.
And I'll be honest with you, I feel like that's not like business wise. It's not like smart starting the show with that because like not to be mean or anything, but like if I turn on Raw and like Titus O'Neil's on my screen,
that's fair.
I'm probably gonna turn it off or like fair. I'm not gonna pay attention to it.
Unless they're playing the clip at whatever it was, the Royal Rumble when he like tripped or whatever. Remember that?
Oh, the greatest Royal Rumble and went underneath the ring. That was great.
Pretty sweet.
That's one of the funniest things. But yeah, I mean, what if WWE wants to try to cover their I don't know what the purpose of it is. Like, make themselves look good, but
honestly, it probably would have been a better idea to just not. That brought more attention to it.
Yeah, just don't do it. Right. Just don't say anything.
Because now everyone sees Titus and they're like, "Why did they do that?" And they look into why they did it, and they're like, "Oh, because they're covering something."
Exactly. It's like you're doing that thing. It's to be a good thing, but people are going to look into it and bring more bad out of it than good. So,
again, Raw was Raw. We can kind of run through some of this stuff. AJ Styles defeated Theory because of Ziggler's involvement hitting the super kick. Ziggler's definitely heavily involved. Do you know if there's a match for Ziggler at SummerSlam? What's going on with Ziggler?
It's supposed to be Theory versus Lashley at SummerSlam. That's why I don't understand why they're bringing in Ziggler now, because like it's basically him and Theory feuding, but Theory already has a match. So I would think I think Ziggler's either going to get involved with the SummerSlam match or he gets added. It's like a triple threat maybe.
Yeah.
And he eats the pin for Theory. Bobby Lashley pins him. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm fine with the feud. It's just the timing of it that is confusing to me.
What a weird card. I mean, like, on paper, the card doesn't... we're obviously going to look at SummerSlam closer once we get closer, but we got, like, The Miz versus Logan Paul, Riddle and Seth.
Great match.
Listen to, like, Riddle versus Seth, Bianca versus Becky, Liv Morgan versus Ronda is going to be interesting. Usos and Street Profits.
Yep.
Pat McAfee and Happy Corbin. Yeah. Bobby Lashley Theory, whatever. And then Roman Brett. Like, on paper, it looks okay, but like on paper, nothing entices me.
On paper, it looks okay. I think the reason why it doesn't entice you is because these are all matches we've seen before, for the most part. Riddle Seth, we haven't seen before. Bianca Becky, we've seen a few times. Miz Logan, we haven't seen that, but
it's gonna be interesting just to see how Logan is.
Liv Ronda, we technically have seen that, so I guess it's a rematch, but not really so much.
I would, other than the Usos and Street Profits match, I would argue that Liv and Ronda might be my most anticipated match. Not for what's going to happen in ring. Like, I'm not expecting a 5-star classic.
Storyline.
Just curious what's going to happen.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, that's the only one. Excuse me. Where I'm like, ooh, like something exciting could happen here,
right.
or real disappointing. But I just want to know.
Yeah. Either we're going to be disappointed in Liv losing or happy that Liv wins. We just don't know what direction they're going to go down.
Yeah, I'm nervous about it.
Yeah. So I mean, the SummerSlam card, it is what it is. I mean, it should. Even though they're rematches, it's not like their rematches are like anything boring.
Yeah.
Like Bianca Becky, we've seen it, but they can tear the house down. Street Profits, Usos, they're going to tear the house down. Roman Brock, I mean, we've seen that a million times, but
as much as we can dog on Roman versus Brock, it's going to be an attraction. It might be fun.
It's a moneymaker. At the end of the day.
So I think there's a good chance it turns into one of those pay-per-views where no one's excited for it, and you come out with just like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna add another match or so. I mean, Gunther, their Intercontinental Championship isn't on there. Him and Nakamura, that might be the SummerSlam match. Yeah, I'm sure there's some other ones that they might throw in there for filler, but we'll see.
Speaking of disappointing, listen to these names that were involved in the 24/7 title last night. Asuka, Dana Brooke, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash, Tamina Doudrop. They had a 6-person tag match, and they were all interrupted with like the Akira Tozawa bullshit 24/7, and everyone starts trading pins, and like Doudrop won it for a little bit. Nikki Ash had it. Dana Brooke. Only person that didn't get it. I don't know if Tamina got it, but notably,
she did get it.
Asuka didn't get it. Thankfully.
Thank God.
Thankfully, Asuka did not.
Thank God. Keep her away from that.
However, the segment did end with Alexa Bliss as your current 24/7 champion.
Is she the current?
I believe so. I believe she was the one that got the final pin.
I think Doudrop pinned her, and then someone pinned Doudrop. All right, new segment. Who is the 24/7 champ? Because it changes every fucking 2 minutes.
Well, I look it up.
I mean, that's what I thought. I remember Alexa getting pinned, but I could be wrong.
Let's look on Wikipedia.
Reigns.
What did Wikipedia say? Let's see. The current champion is Dana Brooke. That can't be right.
Go on. Click Reigns, number 3.
Roman Reigns.
List of main article. All right, let's see.
I was listening to something, and they're like, God bless anyone who has the person that has to update this fucking.
Oh my God, dude!
Jesus.
All right, so okay.
Is this? Let's see from last. Okay, so from last night,
week.
It went from Akira to Nikki Ash to Alexa to Doudrop to Tamina to Dana Brooke.
So stupid.
Either way, Alexa Bliss was the champion for what, and just like. The fall from grace, and weird to. Oh, sorry, I got out of it.
Our truth has 53 reigns at the belt, and there's like 120 or 100 something in total. That's ridiculous.
But like we I forget if we talked about it on the after party or the main feed last week, but it was one of our topics of just like we want better for Alexa, and it's funny that that's one of the talking points we had last week, and then this week she won the 24/7 championship. God damn it.
Yeah.
She was on she could be like we were saying with Lacey, Alexa can be on top of the women's division.
Yeah, 1000%.
They could have a stacked women's division if they want to, but for some reason they're just like, nope, we can only have 2 or 3 people at a time. Right. The rest of them we're gonna treat like shit.
Yeah. It's even though she only held the belt for like 5-10 seconds, it's just the belt has such a bad rep. It's like if you have if you win the belt, you're the champ, or you won it, it's like people are like, oh, that means that they're kind of just out of anything now. They're just in the 24/7 picture right now, which is basically like wrestling purgatory at this point. It's like you're just stuck there.
I'm so glad Asuka was kept out of this.
I'm happy she did too, because the thing is, like, if she won it, that means she would have to lose it somehow. That means she would have had to gotten pinned, and she would have gotten pinned by someone stupid, and that just kind of ruins the whole Asuka being one of the best female wrestlers thing. So they played that smart. But again, it's like when you're involving people like Jeff Hardy, before he left months ago, he was involved in the 24/7 picture, and there was an interview or something. He was like, when I was told that, like that literally like crushed my spirit. Because even the wrestlers know, they understand that like when you're thrown into that, like that means they have nothing for you, and they probably will not have anything for you for a while.
Think of how disrespectful that was. Where these like these 6 women in the tag match, and this is their time.
Then a guy
and it
comes in and
gets interrupted by Akira doing 24/7. They did finish the match,
but like, why does that have to happen then?
That's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't have to. That shouldn't be a factor. But that's WWE for you, baby. That's WWE. It's just crazy how, I guess not quickly because the belt's been around for a while, but like when they first introduced the belt, it was like okay, like when R-Truth was having his reign, like, it was funny and stuff, and it's like it wasn't meant to be taken seriously. But now it's just like annoying. It's not like funny.
Here, whatever. Here's
R-Truth isn't even involved in it anymore, so it's like there's no point. They should have scrapped this belt, not the women's tag team championships.
Insane. The 24/7 title is still a thing.
I can't believe it. It's the ugliest looking belt too. It's the ugliest
crazy
belt. Green strap, dark green strap with the gold.
They gotta kill it. They gotta kill it.
And it pisses me off that Mick Foley introduced it too. It's like, oh my god, we're getting another hardcore championship. Then he takes out this piece of shit belt. And he's like, all right, come and get it, guys. Oh my god, what a failure. What a failure. This company, man.
Let's wrap up Raw. MizTV with Logan Paul. Logan Paul comes out. They somehow, it seems like they got him over as a face.
I think that's what we predicted last week. It's like, since Miz is a natural heel, he's never going to be the baby face in a feud. And here I'm fine. I understand Logan Paul being a face here. I really hope it's not a consistent thing, because he is not.
He's just a natural heel.
He's not
like,
a good guy.
Yeah,
he's not a good guy. I will say, they built up the match. I thought the promos were a little. Not lackluster. So I think Logan Paul, you could tell he was a little nervous, because he was messing up his lines a little bit. I don't know if you watched the segment. So there were a few times where he like slipped up or stuttered, went to say something, said something else. You could tell he was a little first time on the mic. Or it's not his first time, but like few, all eyes on them type of thing. So I get that. But it was like Miz was like, I'm not accepting the match. Like, you don't deserve it. And then Logan Paul's like, all right, guys, chant it with me. Like, Miz has small balls. Miz has small balls. And they're running that thing. And then Miz was like, oh, yeah? I got small balls? Well, you're on at SummerSlam. I accept your challenge. It's like, really? That's what made you accept it?
They've been doing this stupid, like,
he has small balls. He ripped off the shirt.
That's what
marketing.
That was my note here. I have like tiny balls comment got Miz angry, and then they got Ciampa wrapped up in this, which really sucks.
I hate that Ciampa's being. All you've ever seen from Ciampa is him like attacking people from behind, and now he's the Miz's like second lackey or something like that. Like, Ciampa is so much better than the Miz, like in ring and stuff like that. He's a great wrestler.
The prediction now, so it's the Miz with Ciampa in his corner, and then now it's like, oh, well, is there going to be anyone in Logan Paul's corner?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm really only, and like, I don't know, this probably could have all been better, because the Miz is a talent. Like, I think I'm not want to speak for both of us, but I'm a Miz fan. I think I
respect him.
He had an incredible run with the IC title when he was like, when like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was involved. Like, he was for like a good like year or two stretch where he was putting on bangers.
I would even say like 4 or 5 from like 2015 to like the SmackDown Live. Like, let's just say like 2018,
right? Because with the whole Daniel Bryan feud, I
mean, he's one of the best heel characters that we've seen, at least like in our generation,
and like
for sure.
I defend him. I defend his in-ring talent. Like, during that time, he was great.
He was fine. No, like you can. He's a reliable wrestler. Like, for someone like. You're trying to put over a babyface. So maybe this might not be the best example, but just in general, like if you're trying to put over a babyface, like having someone like the Miz, who most people hate, he's amazing on the mic, and he's like, he was MJF before MJF was MJF. I think MJF is better on the mic now, but like Miz was like for a long time was like untouchable.
That was the
he was
blueprint.
really, really good on the mic. Just because you're the first doesn't mean you're the best. But I respect the Miz too. I do think that this match is going to be good. But I just don't think I like how they're building it up, because Logan Paul is going to have his talk show next week on Raw, and that's when I was thinking, I'll be like, okay, they'll have the talk show.
The amount of cross promotion this guy has been able to get in is insane.
Hey, good for him.
He wears his Maverick merch, and then like the segment is going to be called Impulsive, which is his podcast name.
The guy's doing it.
They're letting him do that.
Yeah, it's a business move. I respect it. But yeah,
I'm curious to see how he's gonna be in the ring. That's my only draw for this.
I mean, if we're going off of the WrestleMania match, I think I have expectations. I'm not gonna say I have the highest of expectations for it, but I do think he will. He's not gonna be like first time in the ring. We'll see. Like, we've seen him. I think
he'll hold his own.
Have a decent performance. How old is Logan?
No, I said he'll hold his own.
Oh, okay. I thought you said how old is he? I think he's like.
You know what? Let's play the game.
All right, new game. How old is Logan Paul? I think he's like 25.
Yeah, he's young.
24,
27.
25, 27.
Yeah, 27. Jake is 25.
Gotcha. So yeah, I mean, I think the match will be fine. I just wish the build-up was a little better.
Yeah.
Like when they have the talk show next week, that could have been like, that's when they like, Miz is like, all right, like I accept your challenge. Not like 2 minutes.
And they could have really gotten into like some sort of reality star stuff, and like, I don't know, there's a lot of like real life stuff they really could have touched upon. They just didn't.
Yeah. Short build-up, but. Well,
and we know he's gonna face the Miz for the next 6 months. He's not gonna move on after this. It's gonna be
I guess his contract is for like multiple matches, so I don't know how many matches a year he's gonna. It's not like a yearly salary. It's not like, oh, you show up every week. It's like you're signed on for a few matches. I'm sure he'll make some appearances like to hype up the matches like he's doing here.
So we'll never see a Logan Paul match on Raw. Well,
Probably
he'll
not.
never fight
I would
on
assume no.
Wow.
I would think so. I don't know how many matches it is, but
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming maybe like just a handful a year.
If they
like
gotta
the big
get him on
events.
Raw,
For
they
like-
gotta get him on one Raw.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who knows? Like I feel like they'd save him for like the big four, like the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
I mean,
like
granted,
those types of
I
matches.
saw a statistic the other day where Brock Lesnar hasn't had a match on Raw since like 2003 or something.
I believe that. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
All right, let's move on. AEW Fyter Fest Week 2, Shark Week edition, I guess. Was last night. Solid show. Honestly, I mean, like, usually I'm definitely the type of guy to be like, AEW Dynamite was fucking crazy. Standard show.
It was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
standard
was
show.
fine.
Maybe at this point, the expectations are already there, so it hits it, and we're like, boom.
Yep.
Where do we go first? I mean, Brody King defeated Darby Allin. I kind of just want to hit on the big pieces first.
Sure. Let's sit on the big pieces.
I really liked the tag team celebration with Swerve and Our Glory.
Okay.
Made them made them feel important.
Mm-hmm.
It I think got everyone ready for like it established them more as a team, which I know they were already a team, but for people that hadn't seen their stuff outside of AEW, established them more as a team. Also, for some reason, Kevin Gates was in the audience.
Yeah,
and
he was
punched
chilling.
Tony Nese.
Punched Tony Nese in the face. Looked legit. Looked like a nice little sucker punch there.
It was a weird night because like Kevin Gates punched Tony Nese. Jermaine Dupri came out with Jade Cargill.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Just like kind of a just all right.
All over
nothing,
the place.
Nothing that really took away from anything, but it was just kind of like why.
And then one thing that I want to, I don't know why they did this. Luchasaurus
Yes.
is now back with Jungle Boy.
Yes, interesting.
Why? Like like if you built this up in the
Yeah.
long run, it's like all right, Jungle Boy comes back last night, chases them off, they leave, and it's like okay, down the line when him and Christian have the match, Luchasaurus turns on Christian, back to Jungle Boy. That makes sense. But for Luchasaurus to join Christian, we still don't know what Christian told him. Jungle
Right.
Boy comes back, and then all of a sudden Luchasaurus is like, "Oh, you're back. Yeah, I'm back with you."
Yeah, I have mixed
know-
feelings about this too. So for those that didn't, I assume people saw it, but for those that didn't see it, Christian and Luchasaurus had a match against Varsity Blondes. They beat Varsity Blondes. And then Luchasaurus was holding Christian up on his shoulders as if it was Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy comes out. Luchasaurus comes confront him. Luchasaurus steps out of the way, stands on Jungle Boy's side. Jungle Boy chases Christian through the arena.
Maybe Luchasaurus is just split right now, and they'll have a match, a Luchasaurus on a pole match or something like that, and then whoever wins.
Well,
has
here's the thing that
Luchasaurus.
sucks too is like heel Luchasaurus looked sick.
Exactly,
Like
that's-
the murdered out, like the entrance music, the
Yeah.
murdered out thing, like the no, like it's like Christian's leading you and Christian just going kill, and then you go.
I feel like they had. There's a lot more they could have done with Luchasaurus, evil Luchasaurus and Christian. Maybe they'll revisit it. Maybe this is just
Yeah.
hey, when Jungle Boy comes back, act like you're with him, and then we turn on him again.
But
could
such,
be. I don't know.
Such like long term. This has been a story that's been building for months and months. So
Right.
it's weird to see it all of a sudden. This part just rushed.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
like,
exactly.
It would have been cool to see Jungle Boy come back. Luchasaurus is still evil. Do some stuff there. Eventually, Luchasaurus. I don't know. It seemed like they jumped the gun.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be something else with this because I feel like it's very not like AEW to just like build something up like that and then just quickly just either flip the switch or just like throw it away.
However, with that said, I am very excited because obviously it's Jungle Boy versus Christian. I think that's going to be sick.
Oh, it'll be a great
Jungle Boy
match.
versus Christian. Jungle Boy beats the shit out of Christian. It's going to be like it's going to be this. Excuse me. I think this is what Jungle Boy needs. It's the first like singles catapult
Sure.
for Jungle Boy. I kind of hope they don't. At this point, that's the way the story's going. I hope they don't just go. And Jurassic Express is back, and they're a tag
Right.
team. Like I want this to be the start of a Jungle Boy singles
If
run.
you're gonna run with the singles run, you go with it. You strap a rocket to it, and I think this feud's gonna be great for him too because one, it's his first singles feud, kind of. Well, it's his first major singles feud. But two, I feel like this feud is gonna bring out a side of Jungle Boy that we haven't seen before, like a more edgy. Like he brought out the chair,
Yeah.
and he looked pissed.
Yeah.
Usually Jungle Boy is like a boy, and he's like he's more like a fan favorite. People sing along to his song. He's
I hope he starts He should start going by Jack Perry.
just change his name.
Yeah.
If you want to be legit. I understand the whole gimmick and it's cool, it's fun, but like I can't take someone named Jungle Boy seriously.
Agreed.
I can't see a guy named Jungle Boy being AEW World Champ.
Yep.
Got that. I think that will eventually happen. But I am excited to see because Christian brings out the best in people, and I think we're gonna see. I think this is gonna be the best version of Jungle Boy we might see. I'm excited for it.
We haven't seen a whole lot of intense Jungle Boy on the mic too.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a nice Christian with his shock value promos now versus some Jungle Boy stuff. Yeah, really.
I'm sure he'll have a lot to say.
Again, really fun C or B storylines.
Yeah, I just hope they clean up the Luchasaurus thing. If they clean that up, then I'm back on the train. But that part confused me.
We got actually a lot happened.
There was a lot. I mean, this was a big. It was like one of their special shows. So
I think we'll talk about the Ricky Starks thing once we get to it for the after party. FTR had a really great promo. I think we'll also save that for the after party. I don't know if you watched it.
Talking about his daughter. And
yeah,
stuff
he's
like
mentioned
that.
his daughter.
Very
and
cool.
The Briscoes really intense.
They're meant to be tough guys, and they were heels for a long time, but they're very likable.
I love where they're at now.
I really like FTR.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't really seen a true baby face run out of them, and I wouldn't say that. I feel like they're just they're not good guys. They're not bad guys. They're just guys in the middle.
They're top guys.
They're top guys. See, Roman Reigns that was a reference because he used to be I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. It's shut the fuck up. But yeah, no. I mean, I feel like they're perfectly in the middle. They got fans that cheer them. They're gonna have fans that boo them.
I would even say they're full on face at this point.
You think
Especially
they are full on? They're definitely more face than heel. After
Yeah.
that, especially, I think after that promo, that convinced me that they're just gonna start going on a baby face run.
Because it was emotional, and that they were I think they were even thanking the fans and everything.
Yeah.
And then they started talking about we can't wait to face the Briscoes, and we're gonna prove that we're the top. It's just so passionate about tag team wrestling, and then obviously the Dax thing with his daughter about his daughter fighting back. I fucking loved the lines. He went through the whole story about this 8-year-old girl, and she fought the heart thing and all this, and then revealed it was his daughter. And at the end of the promo, he said, "Briscoes." Excuse me. I don't know why I did that. I went did that in the mic. I did think it was a little funny that he was talking about his daughter. This is all a kayfabe versus not thing, but it was funny about him talking about his daughter's very serious medical issue and how hard she fought, and then being Daddy's gonna fight just as hard at Battle of the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she had a real medical thing.
Yeah.
I get it in kayfabe; it's the same
Sure,
level,
yeah,
but
yeah.
ultimately. His daughter's thing
that's
seemed
more
a little more serious and intense, but
to get the point across. Yeah,
for
I
sure.
understand it.
But and then he ended it with, and then this Saturday or whatever, I'm gonna fight like an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, listen.
Come on.
I think they're very likable. They're definitely more babyface and heel, 100%. And I think people, they appreciate great wrestling when they see it. And these guys, you said it, they're passionate about tag team wrestling. They're passionate about just professional wrestling, period. That's why they left WWE, because they didn't see it like they did. And I don't know if you saw this. They did an interview. They were on something, and I forget which one of them said it. I think it was Dax. He was like, my obligation to wrestling, if we don't go down as one of the best tag teams of all time, I consider my time as a professional wrestler a failure.
Whoa.
That's they're sick. So
that's crazy.
And two, they have 3 belts. I think they're gonna hold the AEW and be 4 champs. They have all the belts.
Sick.
I think that's what they should do. If you have 3 of them, you might as well top it off with the 4. And I think that's what's gonna.
Because what are the Young Bucks really? The Young Bucks weren't even on TV at all last night, so it's
exactly who's gonna be the next guys to step up.
Right,
it's gonna be FTR at some point. I hope Swerve gets a decent reign.
Oh right, the Young Bucks. Right,
but I think FTR should be the ones that eventually take it off them. They'll be 4 champs, and if they lose some of the belts next week, whatever, I think that you want to talk about going down as some of the one of the best tag teams of all time. Being holder of 4 tag team belts in 4 different promotions at once,
insane.
Not a lot of people can. I don't think anyone can say that.
7-star guys.
So I want to buy that shirt, the 7 stars. It looks
so
fucking sick. Big FTR fan. I'm very happy with what their direction they're going down. I think AEW is killing it with them, and I expect that to continue. Big fan of them.
Last topic before we get into Wrestler of the Week and Match of the Week and close out the show. Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston in a, and I quote, barbed wire everywhere death match with Jericho Appreciation Society hanging in a shark cage. Chris Jericho ended up defeating Eddie Kingston. We'll run through this a little bit, some of the notes I have. Yep. We were kind of talking about this earlier with the blood, but granted, it was a barbed wire match. Instant blood.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, beeline for the ring, interrupts Justin Roberts, takes the mic, and starts bashing.
I loved how there was the barbed wire on the mic.
Like,
Justin Roberts, like, and we have a barbed wire death match, and my hand is covered in barbed wire.
So
right now.
fucking sick.
I thought that was cool.
I mean, so here are some of the points that I'll just read through the points, then we can just kind of start talking about them. But one, fucking Jericho still fucking goes.
The guy can put on big matches.
Also in the
sure.
match, Anna Jay reunited with Ty Conti, take out Ruby Soho, kind of just like a behind the back burner story going on with this.
Yeah, they had a thing last week. It was like,
I'm not too invested in this. I didn't really.
I don't think I care too much about Anna Jay joining the group. I do like that Anna Jay turned heel because I think she was getting a little stale. She's likable and stuff, but like she wasn't going anywhere. She challenged for the TBS belt a few times, but like she's not there yet as far as like a believable like contender. I feel like, you know, making her edgier, turning her heel is a good way
I love
doing
this
that.
made Ruby Soho look. It built her up more as like the sympathetic face too.
Sure,
like,
yeah,
I think she's great.
100%. As much as I love, you know, Chris Jericho still puts on great matches and stuff. You know, we've had our conversation about Eddie Kingston last week. I'll tell you what.
Let's go.
Eddie Kingston should have won this match.
Oh, absolutely.
I think this was a scenario where if Eddie Kingston won, that would have been a big win for him. I was very impressed. I enjoyed the match. I was very impressed. Like these types of matches are what Eddie Kingston thrives in. Like this is why I love him in. The wrong guy won.
100%.
No, the wrong guy won.
That was also my.
And it was a mess. The ending,
thing.
like everyone got involved. Sammy came in at the end. It's like I understand. Like there's gonna be some fuckery with Chris Jericho and the Appreciation
Especially because they had the shark cage, which like I don't know if you watched it, but like Ty Conti couldn't get the lock open. And then Daniel Garcia and whatever the other guy's name is, they just went through the bar, and then Jake Hager and like the other guy were like, we can't really fit, and they're just that was kind of a mess. I guess they eventually got out, but and they came in
and then the end,
up.
and then Kingston put Jericho through the table at the end. It's like so Eddie Kingston at the end of the show, Eddie Kingston was standing on top, but it's like.
Why
I don't know.
On the pin?
It's like this is what I'm saying. It's like Chris Jericho, awesome, amazing in the ring. You can put him up against whoever. It's gonna be a great match. He doesn't need these wins.
Yeah.
He's been doing this for 30 years. Someone like Eddie Kingston is someone that needs.
I will say the only thing I'll say is the ending with the barbed wire wrapped around Jericho's arm into the Judas effect.
That was cool.
Was fucking sick.
That was sick. Yeah.
However, you can still do that and have Eddie. I get it. I get it's the Judas effect. I get it's a barbed wire fucking Judas effect, but like
the pop if he kicked out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Just give it to him.
Yeah.
Give it to him. And then in the match, have him throw him into the fucking thing. And I don't know. There's no reason Eddie shouldn't have
it's
won.
like no matter what happened after this match, we're going to lose. Chris Jericho still has the Appreciation Society. He'll come out next week. He'll be fine. It's like that loss isn't going to affect him. Eddie Kingston.
But where do they go from here now?
I don't know.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know
because
they're still doing Blackpool versus Jericho, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
at first it was fine. They got the blood and guts and stuff like that, but now it's like okay, you're continuing with the whole professional wrestling versus sports entertainment. It's like it's running stale.
It's messy because then they got
bringing
like
people in.
Sammy Guevara like really helped out at the end, and then like you're having Daniel Garcia versus Yuta at ROH,
and it's like
there's a lot happening.
You started off with 5 guys in total, and now you have like what 6 or 7 guys, and now two females are in the group.
Yeah,
it's like,
there's also that story.
Now it's just fucking a clusterfuck.
Ruby Soho's kind of involved.
I don't even know. Like it's just all over. It's all over the place.
I was a much bigger fan of Blackpool Combat Club when they're on their own. I love again for the sake of the blood and guts match, like Eddie and Santana and Ortiz involved, but like I wish the Blackpool Combat Club would go back just being their own thing.
Yeah,
because they also that's part of their thing is they're the Blackpool Combat Club. They don't. Why do they need Eddie and Santana and whatever? They have Cesaro now or
Claudio.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like something they really need to clean up, and they're just like, oh, we have 5 of these things happening at once. We don't know what the fuck to do.
It's just too much going on. There was too much going on in that match last night. Good match for what was going on in the ring between Jericho and Eddie, but then it got you had the NJ heel turn, you had the cage shenanigans, you had Sammy get it. It's like there's just a lot going on.
Overbooked
Too much
was the word.
Too
that I heard. I
overbooked is a
think
good word.
overbooked.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, that was this week. Let's go into match of the week, wrestler of the week. This one, it seems like this is gonna be kind of hard. I don't know what.
That's a great question.
My match of the week is honestly probably the barbed wire death match. Again, the wrong person won, but that was the most entertaining. It was
I'm trying to think of good matches this week.
That's what I'm saying.
I have something.
Go ahead.
I have something. So match of the week, I think I'm going to go with the barbed wire too. I'm going to go with that just because the type of match it was, two great opponents. Besides the shenanigans, it was a good match. Wrestler of the week, one thing we didn't talk about this week was NXT, which for good reason. There's not too much to talk about. But Cora Jade, actually,
what
well, I'm
happened?
still picking a wrestler of the week, but she turned heel last week, so it was before last podcast. She turned heel, comes out this week, talks. She's tag team champ, takes her belt, throws it in the trash.
Oh yeah, I saw they did that.
Yeah, and I will say we've only seen 1 week of it. Heel Cora Jade is fucking awesome. It seems like
So what happened? I saw the picture, and obviously it's a reference to the whatever the fuck that was. In WWF,
so the
ECW.
So, Lundra Blaze, I think it was.
Yep.
Okay, so her and her tag team partner, they were champs. Her tag team partner was challenging for the women's championship because she's a new person. She won like that tournament. It was like Breakout Star or something like that. So she won a championship match. They won the tag team championships. She has a championship match now. Cora Jade turns on her.
Okay.
Kind of botched a little bit because she has the skateboard. She goes to,
I love the skateboard.
She goes to hit her with it, and like right when she goes to hit her, it like breaks in midair. So it was meant
skateboard broke.
So like they like obviously loosened it up so it would hit when she hit her. But when she brought it up and like wound it back, it like broke in midair. So she really didn't even hit her. It was like with only the other half of the skateboard.
Oh shit.
So did that. Still cool heel turn because like she's like, I think she's only like 2021.
Yeah.
So it's like underdog, build up like babyface, but she definitely has a look of a heel. Like she definitely has that heel persona look. And I'm a huge Cora Jade fan. I really am. And I think she's gonna kill it with this heel run. I really do. So I'm gonna pick her.
So did she win? She didn't win the title, did she?
She's the tag team champ, but she vacated her half of it, is what they're saying.
That's what it was.
So they're not saying the tag team belts are vacated. They're saying that her belt is vacated. So she's still tag team champ. She's probably just gonna find a new partner.
Gotcha.
That's probably what it's gonna be.
I didn't really follow along that well on what title she was throwing away.
Yeah, it was the tag team belt. So
Gotcha.
her promo was great. The whole throwing it in the garbage thing was great. I think this
it's a
is
cool
gonna
reference too.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see that anymore. So I think she's gonna have a killer run as a heel. I'm very much looking forward to what she does in the future.
Nice.
I think she's gonna be future, like not even just NXT. I think like she reminds me of like a Paige, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
She's like a young Paige, like super young. She came in.
Even like the look with the hat and the skateboard.
She does have the similar look. I think she'll come in. She'll be brought up to the main roster at some point, and I think she'll thrive there.
Yeah, from what I've seen of her, she's
great. She's definitely one of the spotlights of NXT 2.0, 1,000%.
I think my rest.
It's tough.
I'm
tough
gonna
this week.
Fuck. I really want to go Eddie, but I hate that he lost.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Let me go with. I don't know. Fucking Miz, Asuka, Bianca, I guess. I'll go with Bianca for the sake of she got the win over Carmella. They've done that match a million times. However, she's doing a great job of just staying the dominant one leading into the match with Becky.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a good match. Yeah, nothing really crazy.
Is there one thing we can talk about really
Go
quick?
ahead, what do you want?
Probably this is the last topic. So we've been seeing these video packages of someone returning.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So this is what I'm hearing. This is what my sources are telling me. This person's going to come back on Monday because Raw is at Madison Square Garden. It's going to be Rey Mysterio's 20th year thing. That's what they're hyping it up as.
I
going up against the Judgment Day, I think Edge comes back and he returns and he costs the Judgment Day the match. SummerSlam's a week away. Edge, Finn Balor. Edge wins. Feud, done. Swipe that underneath the rug. And from what I've been hearing too, Edge is coming back with the Rated R Superstar gimmick.
The rated TV-14.
Rated
Superstar.
TV-14 gimmick, because Rated R can't do that.
I think that might be the title of the episode. The rated TV-14 Superstar. Maybe not. We'll
Something with
workshop it.
TV-14. We'll talk about it. We'll brainstorm. But yeah, so that's the rumor going around.
Yeah.
And I think in the last package they showed a reference. They had like Rey Mysterio's mask or something like that. So one other thing people are conspiracizing, people think it's Bray Wyatt too. Some people are thinking, and listen, I know like conspiracies, people really look deep into these things. People are thinking Edge and Bray are going to come back together, because in one of the packages it says, "I'm coming too." So referencing maybe to someone else. There's a few references that makes you think Bray Wyatt. But also, if you go all the way back to Bray Wyatt, so he lost to Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Next night, he had a Firefly Funhouse. Last you saw of him, he got released months later. In that episode, he was talking about new beginnings, coming back with new friends and stuff. Obviously, like, WWE probably just, like, figured this out. It's like, oh, wait, like, we can tie this together. I don't think it's going to be both those guys. But it is interesting to kind of think, like, if you're getting an evil Edge type of thing, Bray Wyatt, and one of the paintings in it was very, not exactly, but very similar to a picture that Bray Wyatt posted on Twitter like last year that says you can't kill him.
Yeah.
And it's very similar. I'm not saying it's the exact same thing, but it's similar.
Though.
And there's like a fire. There's a few things in there that makes you think.
The edge part is like more than anything confirmed.
It's definitely Edge.
Yeah.
It's definitely Edge. It's just a matter of, is he coming with someone else?
Is he coming with someone else? What's he going to come back
I don't know why Edge and Bray, I don't really see the ties there, but people, the shock value, people would love to see Bray Wyatt back. I would love to see him back. That's to be seen what happens on Monday, but I think it's very. I think they're setting themselves up nicely here. It's gonna be a cool. Whatever happens, it's gonna be very cool.
I'd be down for keeping Ray more involved, especially just because of Ray and Ray and Edge's history.
Yep.
Two, like you said, the Ray references in the promo or in the package.
Maybe it's gonna be like a tag team thing.
I was gonna say. Run back Edge and Ray.
Good. Yeah.
I think that'd be sick.
Definitely.
Former tag champions.
Definitely.
Come on.
Yeah, I think it just being Edge, there's a lot of possibilities. Yeah. A lot of things you can do.
I definitely obviously prefer heel Edge.
I do too, since he cut his hair before he changed his theme song. It's like, stick with it for a little bit.
It would be cool if they could maybe somehow do like Rated R Superstar, but still teaming with
dark,
Ray.
Sure.
Still as a dark. I don't know.
I said this. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but it's like, how much time does he have left? If he doesn't have much time left, get this big Rated R Superstar gimmick. Have him do this, and like, if it dries
run
out,
through all the nostalgia,
and then you'll get to a point where it's like, all right, when are we ending this? You know what I mean?
Even run Cena and Edge back. That'd be fucking sick.
I would love that. I really would love that. But yeah, so we'll see what happens on Monday. But I think WWE is being very sneaky with this. Very sneaky.
On that note, sorry, I kind of burped into the mic. On that note,
well, the lights are turning off.
Lights turning off. You know what that means?
The music's turning up. I think that means
we're gonna have to go to the after party.
The what?
We're going to the after party.
The
after
what?
This, baby? Ubers are here.
Oh,
cabs are here.
Oh, the after party.
The after party.
Let's go, baby.
The cabs are here.
Woo, cabs here.
Going from this one party, and then we're gonna go to this other party. It's called the after party. To get there, go to patreon.com/Lumberlend. Or for only $5 a month. I forgot to say that at the beginning. For only $5 a month, you get an additional about 25-30 minute bonus after party additional podcast a week.
Much?
$5.
$5. That's it.
Get out of here.
It's steal.
For about a gallon of gas.
That's it. That's all it is, guys. That's just a gallon of gas.
Head over there. Check that out. I've been John. Again, follow me everywhere at Raspy Taylor. New song out. Feels like a Sunday out everywhere.
Banger. My name is Dante. Look me up. All social media platforms, Dante Toro. I'll pop up. You'll find me.
See you in the after party.
Peace.